Nikita Casap. You can see him in custody here in his hometown of Waukesha, Wisconsin. This is video from his most recent court appearance last week. He is currently facing 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of hiding a corpse, among other charges. Newly unsealed 35-page federal search warrant may be the development that has shocked us the most since we started following this story. Police then find electronics in the car, including a camera with an SD card. Police say on that SD card were videos of Nikita Casap lighting candles around his stepdad's dead body at their home in Waukesha, seemingly to cover the scent as it laid there for days. Police think Don and Tatiana were killed on February 11th, meaning Nikita likely lived in that house with his parents' dead bodies for nearly 2 weeks until the neighbor saw him leave on February 23rd. In the recorded video, police say Nikita also seemed to be holding a phone up to Don's body to show someone what he had allegedly done. We've learned that Casap allegedly killed his parents to get the financial means to kill President Trump, overthrow the US government, and to commit several terrorist attacks. And let's show you what not only just sheriff's deputies in Waukesha, Wisconsin found, but the FBI. The Waukesha County Sheriff's Office looked through Casap's phone and reportedly found disturbing conversations, some of them in Russian. Some are with people on TikTok, and others on the platform Telegram. That bill says Casap had material on his phone related to the Order of the Nine Angles, which the agency says is a network of people with neo-Nazi, racially motivated extremist views. 09A advocates for the use of violence and terrorism to overthrow governments and destroy modern civilization. Shocking part of this that we weren't expecting is that allegedly, the FBI had already spoken to the Casap family in November 2023. The document states that federal agents talked to the Casap family in November 2023, but it's unclear specifically what brought agents to their home. In the newly unsealed document, agents say that Nikita Casap, who went by the username Awoken on TikTok, had conversations with someone else about the racist ideology, the Order of the Nine Angles, which is also known as 09A. Now, this was in December of last year, roughly 2 months before his parents were murdered. He tells another user that he talked to a girl about that ideology and she was, quote, pretty chill about it. And he said if his parents were to find out, quote, they would take away my phone away if they did, especially since the FBI visited, LOL. Casap talked on Telegram under the username Accelerationist, and on January 21st, which is less than a month before his parents were killed, he was allegedly talking with someone about a terror attack, asking, quote, what country do you think will get the blame for this? With an unknown user replying, Russia will be blamed for it. This is the goal. Nikita then allegedly goes on to say, quote, when the time comes for me to send my manifesto to you so you can spread it online, should it be PDF? And also, you won't anyhow change or modify the manifesto. The FBI says they did find a manifesto. It's 3 pages long and talks about killing the President of the United States and creating a political revolution and to, quote, save the white race from, quote, Jewish-controlled politicians, with the final page having images and words praising Adolf Hitler. The FBI only included excerpts of the document, but Casap allegedly seems very focused on President Trump. Quote, as to why specifically Trump, I think it's obvious. By getting rid of the president and perhaps the vice president, that is guaranteed to bring in some chaos. And not only that, but it will further bring into the public the idea that assassinations and accelerating the collapse are possible things to do. Casap would later allegedly write, quote, as a side note, the other attacks that may occur, I have no idea what they are, who they target. I have no idea even if they are same ideology as I. Point being, the manifesto is specifically for the attack that targets Trump. When Casap was arrested in Kansas, not only did police say that they found the gun, the ammunition that was allegedly used to kill his parents, and that camera that had that SD card. Police say he also had a pried open safe, women's jewelry, and $14,000 in cash, as well as banking documents. It appears that Casap allegedly wanted to use that money, which he was able to obtain by allegedly killing his parents, to buy a drone that he would use in a terror attack. In another Telegram conversation, Casap speaks with user Angel of Death about a drone with a dropping mechanism. Casap allegedly asks about caring for a drone, and the user tells him that the amount would cost between $1,200 and $1,500. They also allegedly talk about an IED, or improvised explosive device. Casap also allegedly asked for headphones that could protect his ears from the sound of a .357 Magnum. That is the gun he allegedly used to kill his mom and stepdad inside their home in Wisconsin. It is important to note that Casap allegedly talks about paying in Bitcoin because in previous court appearances, state prosecutors have said that he stopped at a Bitcoin vending machine on his multi-state drive after allegedly killing his parents. The reason that Nikita drove west after allegedly killing his parents also seems to have come from orders that it appears he received from some user on Telegram. Casap allegedly spoke with someone who writes in an Eastern European dialect that gave him coordinates to drive from southwest Wyoming through Kansas to a location near Oklahoma, and Casap allegedly asked, quote, "Then from there to Eureka, California, it is 30 hours. You think I'll have enough time?" Casap allegedly asked questions like, "How long will I need to hide before I will be moved to Ukraine? Also, I probably should brush up on my Russian because I can understand just fine, but speaking is harder. And so while in Ukraine, I will get a normal job and have a normal life, even when it's found out I did it." He also asks, do the 10 other people have similar beliefs to I, or are they different? And there's a message that cuts off that says, assuming that my parents won't leave. We don't know how that message ends. But the 10 other people part is notable because the deputies in Wisconsin spoke with a female classmate of Casap's at Waukesha West High School, where, just to note, he was once student of the month, who said Casap told her about his alleged plans, saying that if they saw 10 consecutive attacks in the news, it would have been him. That witness also told authorities that Casap would talk about being in contact with a man in Russia, about overthrowing the US government, and that he intended to kill his parents by shooting them but didn't have access to a gun. She then said Casap regularly sent her videos of what he called Gore edits, that were videos with Russian music on Snapchat that flashed gory and war images. Prior to this newly released federal search warrant, we knew that Casap allegedly talked to his classmate about a desire to kill President Trump and that he had an infatuation with fascism and Adolf Hitler. But this is the first time we are hearing that authorities believe that is the alleged motive in the deaths of Tatiana Casap and his stepdad, Don Mayer. And it is the most detailed timeline to this point of the lengths that Casap allegedly went to be part of what he at least thought was a large plan to commit mass terror in the United States.